While I was at war, risking my life every day, I received divorce papers and discovered my bank accounts had been drained. My name is Ethan, 39 years old, a major in the Marine Corps. My 11-year marriage ended one night at the base in Erbil with an email from my wife, Lauren. The subject line, "I didn't want to do it this way." Attached was a PDF of divorce papers. Lauren wrote, "I can't wait anymore." Three sentences. Our bank account was drained and a new man had moved into our home in Colorado Springs. His name was Matt. I read the email, closed the screen, and got ready for my shift. Captain Carter asked, "You good, Ethan?" without looking up from his book. "Yeah," I said. "Just some stuff back home." Carter nodded, didn't press. Marines know when to leave things alone. I met Lauren in 2013 at a friend's wedding. I was stationed at Camp Pendleton. She was a freelance graphic designer. We married 8 months later. She'd say, "I'm proud of you," but she never really got my world. Her dad was an accountant, her mom a teacher, no military in her family. "When are you getting a normal job?" she'd ask sometimes. The Marine Corps wasn't just my job, it was my life. In 2016, we bought a house in Colorado Springs with a VA loan, in my name only. I added Lauren to the deed because that's what married couples do. Share. The last few years, I felt something shift. Lauren stayed late for work, put new passwords on her phone, went on weekend trips with friends I'd never met, new clothes and expensive gym memberships she never seemed to use. I didn't confront her. My dad always said, "Think first, then act." So I prepared quietly. I stored important documents, birth certificate, marriage license, deed, military retirement papers, in a storage unit. My grandfather's silverware set, my mom's ring went there too. I opened a separate bank account, diverting small amounts of my pay. Not much, but enough to avoid starting from zero. When that email hit in Erbil, I wasn't shocked. 6 months earlier, Lauren's goodbye had been cold. "Stay safe," she'd said like I was a stranger. That night I replied with one word, "Understood." No arguing, no begging. I started planning. 2 weeks later, in the mess hall, my phone buzzed. Bank app notification, $72,000 withdrawn, leaving $19.43 in our account. Our savings, $38,000 built over years, gone. I set my fork down, checked the app. Lauren had started with small transfers the day I deployed, then larger ones. That night I called the bank from the base's phone center. Some of the money had gone to an unfamiliar account. I hung up, stood in the hallway, watching other Marines call their kids, their wives, their parents. Life went on, but mine was crumbling. Captain Carter found me that night. "You looked off at dinner," he said. "What's up?" I trusted Carter. He'd saved my life on patrol once. "My wife emptied our accounts, moved a guy into our house, sent divorce papers," I said. Carter raised an eyebrow. "What's the plan?" "Not sure yet," I said. He nodded. "Let me know if you need anything." I couldn't sleep that night. I logged into our home security system, something Lauren probably forgot I could access remotely. The cameras showed a stranger's SUV in the driveway, an unfamiliar man in the living room. Matthew, using my coffee mug, sitting in my chair. Lauren was laughing in the kitchen like I'd never existed. Something snapped inside me. Not anger, but a cold, clear focus. I grabbed my phone, made a list, find a lawyer, check the VA loan, request emergency leave, review deed documents, secure my retirement account. At 0500 before my shift, I emailed Mike, a former Marine turned lawyer. "Need legal help, discreet and urgent." An hour later, he replied, "Call me, secure line only." After talking to Mike, I knew what to do. I wouldn't confront Lauren. I'd watch, wait, and let her fall into her own trap. 2 months later, I was back on U.S. soil. I didn't tell Lauren, checked into a motel in Colorado Springs under a different name. Mike and I met at a diner outside town. "You look like hell," he said. "Feel like it too," I replied. Mike handed me a folder. "Everything you asked for. Deed, loan docs, bank statements, and this." He pulled out a separate paper. "Found something in your financials." It was a refinance application with my signature, except it wasn't mine. Lauren had forged it to pull $280,000 against the house's equity. "When?" I asked. 3 months ago, Mike said. Matt's a co-applicant. He's got a record. Fraud. Tax evasion. I took a deep breath. What are my options? Mike said. First, decide what you want. I thought about it. I want what's legally mine, and I want Lauren to face consequences. Mike smiled. Then here's what we do. The next day, I went to the bank, showed my military ID and real signature, pointed out the forgery. The officer said, I need to report this immediately. I already filed a police report, I said. That night, Lauren texted, Who'd you talk to at the bank? Matt says someone's asking questions. I didn't reply. The next day, I went to the county clerk's office, contested the refinance due to fraud, and filed a notice that no property changes could happen without my presence. 2 days later, Lauren called, left a voicemail. Ethan, the bank's saying something about the house. What are you doing? We can talk about the divorce like adults. I didn't respond. Mike called that afternoon. The refinance funds are frozen. Also, Matt's been driving your truck, right? Got pulled over last night for DUI. License already suspended. Truck's impounded. I smiled. Good. Anything else? They found something in the truck. Stolen client data from Lauren's design studio? I closed my eyes. Lauren stole it? Looks that way. Police are investigating. The investigation grew. I met with the bank's fraud investigator, Jenkins, a tired guy with an ink stain on his shirt. Happens more than you'd think, he said. One spouse deploys, the other sees an opportunity. He showed me the records. Half the refinance money, $140,000, transferred to an Aaron Kessler. Who's that? I asked. Jenkins shrugged. Your lawyer can find out. I called Mike. An hour later, he called back. Aaron Kessler, a real estate agent specializing in quick sales, worked with Matt before. Lauren was planning to sell the house. It hit me like a punch. This wasn't just a divorce. It was an organized plan. Mike said, Matt's got a history. Targets military families, sells their homes cheap while spouses are deployed, takes a cut, moves on. Lauren's either a victim or in on it. What do we do? I asked. I've contacted the FBI's Financial Crimes Unit, Mike said. This crosses state lines, involves military families and VA loans. They're interested. That night, Lauren texted, Who's Aaron Kessler? What's going on, Ethan? I replied, $140,000. House sale. Explain. No response. The next morning, I met with FBI agents Ruiz and Thompson. They took my statement, copied my documents. This establishes a pattern, Ruiz said. Matt and Kessler hit 7 military families in 4 states. Your case could break this open. I asked about Lauren's role. Still investigating, Thompson said. Did she ever push to sell the house? I thought back. Last year, she kept saying the house was too expensive. We should downsize. Payments were manageable. I saw no need. They took notes. That evening, I watched our house from down the street. Lauren had asked to meet at Riverfront Park. I didn't go. Mike and I staked out the house. Lauren left, headed to the park. 20 minutes later, Kessler's car pulled up, real estate logo on the door. Matt greeted him, and they went inside. I opened my security app, showed Mike the feed. Kessler was taking photos, Matt pointing out features. We'll list by the weekend, Kessler said. Got a cash buyer, $390,000. List at $430,000. Everyone's happy. Matt asked, What about the husband? Kessler laughed. Marines are all the same. Make noise, then take a settlement. Mike said, You recording this? Yeah, I said, forwarding the feed to Agent Ruiz with a note. Happening now. 30 minutes later, FBI vehicles surrounded the house. Matt and Kessler were let out in cuffs. Lauren arrived, shocked, hands over her mouth. Agent Ruiz called, Caught them discussing the fraud. Conspiracy, wire fraud, property sale under false pretenses. We'll need a formal statement. Lauren? I asked. Depends on what she knew, he said. What do you want? Fairness, I said. The case moved fast. Matt and Kessler took plea deals, implicating each other and other conspirators. Lauren claimed Matt manipulated her, said the house sale was his idea. Maybe true, maybe not. We settled. Full restitution of stolen funds. She forfeited claims to the house and my pension, confessed to the forgery. In exchange, I didn't press charges. The divorce finalized 7 months after that email from Herbal. A year later, I sold the house. Too many memories. I bought a cabin in Montana with the money. 5 acres, a creek, quiet. I took early retirement after 18 years. Enough was enough. I got a Labrador, Duke, and started working at a local repair shop. Simple jobs, but they keep my hands busy. My pension covers the bills. One evening, a letter came from a woman in Norfolk. Her Navy husband was deployed when Matt and Kessler targeted them. "You saved our home," she wrote. "You fought when it would have been easier to walk away." I pinned the letter to my fridge. On quiet days when memories sting, I look at it. I heard Lauren move to Oregon working at another design studio. I don't hate her. I don't feel much about her at all. Matt's in prison, Kessler too. The system worked for once. As for me, I'm finding my way quietly, building a life no one can steal.